So you're thinking about buying your first business. Awesome. But let's be real. The number of choices out there can feel, well, a little insane. That's why we've put together this curriculum. Think of it as your step-by-step guide to some simple, low-risk businesses that are just perfect for getting that all-important first win under your belt. But first, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, 2/3 of all businesses fail within 10 years. That's a huge, kind of scary number. And you know what? That fear of becoming just another statistic, it's totally valid. And it's what stops a lot of people before they even start. And there's actually a really interesting psychological reason why that very first business move is so critical. It's something called recency bias. Basically, if your first attempt ends in failure, you're way less likely to ever try again. But if you get a win, even a small one, that success builds momentum that can carry you for years. So the name of the game is engineering that first win. So how do we make sure that happens? How do we practically guarantee a win? Well, you don't gamble. You don't just follow a passion and hope for the best. Nope, you use data. We're going to find what I like to call a starter business, one with the highest odds of success already baked in. Okay, welcome to Module 1 of our curriculum, Simple Machine Businesses. These are exactly what they sound like. Businesses where the machines do pretty much all the heavy lifting for you. They're like employees who never call in sick. Let's start with an absolute classic, the laundromat. And just look at that number. A 94.8% success rate over 5 years. That is just staggering. So why is it so successful? It's simple. People always need clean clothes. It doesn't matter if the economy is good or bad, which makes this business incredibly recession resistant. The source for this explainer, Codie Sanchez, has this great quote. She calls laundromats her gateway drug to business buying. And that's just the perfect way to put it, right? They're simple, they're relatively affordable, and they've got this passive element that makes them an ideal first step into business ownership. Now, if buying a whole laundromat still feels like too big of a first step, no worries. Let's look at vending machines. You can often get into this game for just a few $1,000s, sometimes even less if you buy a used machine. It takes that whole simple machine idea and just shrinks the price tag way down. So, here's the thing about vending machines. Is it going to make you a billionaire? Probably not. But that's not the point. The point is that it's a fantastic, super low-risk classroom. It's where you learn the real-world basics of logistics, pricing, profit margins, and inventory, all on a scale that's easy to manage. These machine businesses are the perfect lesson plan to start with. All right, let's move on to Module 2, Simple Asset Businesses. The core idea here is to own a hard asset, something real and tangible that just sits there and spits out cash for you month after month. The classic example here, of course, is rental properties. They have an incredible 85.3% success rate. And this whole business model is built on 4 super powerful pillars. You get cash flow from the rent, right? The property's value goes up over time. That's appreciation. You can use a bank's money, leverage, to buy it. And on top of all that, you get some amazing tax benefits. It's a killer combo. But let's be honest, being a landlord, it's not for everyone. So what if you want all those amazing real estate benefits, but you really don't want to deal with tenants, trash, and toilets? Well, allow me to introduce you to self-storage. It actually has an even higher success rate than rental properties, clocking in at a massive 92%. In fact, for the last decade or so, it's been one of the absolute best performing types of real estate out there. And what makes it so perfect for a first-time buyer? Technology. It's all about the tech. You've got automated billing, you've got keyless entry systems, you've got remote security cameras. You can literally run an entire facility from your phone. Your phone basically becomes the on-site manager, making it a nearly passive business. And that brings us to our final section, Module 3, Simple Service Businesses. These businesses are all about providing essential services, things people need, not just want, no matter what's happening with the economy. First up, with a 76.4% success rate, we have transportation and logistics. Look, thanks to the e-commerce boom, getting packages that last mile to somebody's front door is like a modern-day gold rush. And the cool part is, you can tap into this huge ongoing demand by starting small. You can get going with just a single truck. Okay, now this next one might surprise you. Senior care. This business is being pushed forward by 2 incredibly powerful, unstoppable forces: a huge aging population and government subsidies that help pay for these services. And you don't have to build some giant facility to start. A lot of people get their start by buying a regular house, getting it properly zoned, and turning it into an assisted living home. This quote really just sums up the entire philosophy of this whole curriculum. The goal of your first deal is not to hit a home run and get rich overnight. The goal is just to win, to learn, to build confidence, and to make sure you're still in the game for your next deal and the one after that. So, here it is, your curriculum cheat sheet, all in one place. We've got the machine businesses like laundromats and vending, we've got asset businesses like rentals and self-storage, and we've got service businesses like transportation and senior care. Each one of these has a proven, high probability of success and its own unique perk that makes it a fantastic choice for a first-time buyer. And that really leaves us with one final thought. The data is crystal clear. Starting a business from scratch is incredibly risky. So why would you take on that 66% failure rate when you could buy into a business model that is already proven to work, a model that's already winning? It's a really powerful shift in thinking for anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur.